Hi, welcome to today's reading. Today's message is a continuation of downloads received during recent lunar influences. If you've been on my page recently, you may have seen this post. We're going to be dissecting that a little bit more, and dissection is actually the perfect key word for getting into this reading because the energy is alien. You know, I'm totally being reminded of the pop culture thing here in the US, at least, of UFOs beaming cows up. And also how in some cultures cows are revered as being holy. And two, how with certainty this moment is truly, in a big picture sense, ascension for you. And then I'm coming back in my mind's eye to the cow being beamed up, ascending to the UFO, and how maybe that's indicative of how in the beginning of this journey, you were maybe in a more docile state of existence, and you are awakening through various phases of initiation, being picked or otherwise having a purpose, being then beamed or ascending, being probed and altered, modified, and returned. Still you. It's interesting that my throat chakra wants to falter there. It's like you had to ascend through the throat chakra to make your return is one of the hurdles you had to get over. And I'm getting the image of like a track star like jumping over hurdles. And after you returned, you were still you, though changed from what you've been through and what you've seen. And you're newly intelligent in ways beyond even your own powers are able to comprehend. But comprehension isn't the intention of the journey, so you can lay that stream of consciousness to rest. And two, when looking up the spelling of beam, I actually found this lamp that an older cousin of mine used to have. She had two things when I was growing up that I thought was so cool. And one was she had a closet full of full-size Tupperware bins filled with Barbies. I wanted to get in there and go crazy. And another thing was this cow inside of a lamp. And it was either being beamed up by a UFO or being like spun about by a tornado. And anyways, when I type into Google, cow being beamed up to UFO, by UFO, to see the proper spelling, the lamp comes up as the very first listing, and it's hilariously listed as UFO cow abduction beam up your bovine with light and sound. For $11.39, paperback. Even though it's plastic, it's a plastic lamp. 12% discount. Oh, I realize now it comes with Abduction Chronicles. That's the paperback. But I wanted to jump into this energy more and see what the message is for you from spirit, from your spirit team. What do you need to know in this alien moment? Wow. So coming out straight away, we have the Three of Swords reversed. So as you can see, this card deals with releasing pain in this position, overcoming depression, facing optimism, forgiveness, and a phase where the worst is over, okay? And I just had a ton of cards come out, okay? And we're going to go over all of them, but this card here, Eight of Wands, was the first to actually make an appearance, but it didn't want to show itself. It flipped out, but then it flipped itself back in. So it's like, this is what you're facing, but maybe it's like a chapter where the page is sort of hard to turn, okay? But what you're facing right now ahead of you is speed, progress, movement, okay? Exciting times, travel, freedom, holiday romances, gaining momentum, thinking on your feet, hard work paying off, results, solutions, feeling energetic, okay? Taking action. And this card deals with Sagittarius. So, you know, this is like the philosopher, the world traveler, and it's a card of action as well. And let me see what this chakra is. So this chakra is the solar plexus chakra, and its motto is I can. Okay, so perhaps like why this page is sort of hard to turn is because it's like this is either like you stepping into your I can power, or like you believing your I can power, and like something is just taking a moment to turn the page, whatever that is for you. Okay, it may be believing in yourself, or like you know, physically coming into that power. It takes time. But we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. This is independence, success, financial stability, and security. Okay, and maturity. I think that's really sticking out to me right here, because maturity may be like one reason why, you know, and also rewards through hard work is sticking out to me. It's like rewards through hard work and like the results of effort take time, and maturity takes time. So it's like this independence and this new chapter is like taking time. The page takes time, essentially, is what I'm getting. We have coming out here though abuse of power, rigidity, stubbornness, lack of discipline, lack of control, absentee father, and paternity issues. And let me just resort these cards here. So I'm feeling. Ooh, that feels natural. You know, that's interesting, because this card does feel like it's what's blocking. You know, the Emperor in reverse feels like it's blocking like your Nine of Pentacles from fully stepping forward. So this like abuse of power, this stubbornness, this lack of discipline, lack of control, absentee father, or paternity issues, whichever it is for you. Okay, and this you can also think in like terms of like hierarchy, paternity symbolism. So like a boss or a teacher, or just, you know, someone with authority over you, a cop, a doctor, anything. So just apply to how it fits your situation. But that energy is what's stopping your independence and like your stability and security from fully stepping forward. That's why this page is sticking a bit. And they're actually closer to this page of like gaining momentum and having the results of their hard work pay off, and like being able to travel and having exciting times and being able to have freedom and time for a holiday and stuff. They're closer to that than you are, but still they it's as if this energy is sort of well, let's just go through the rest of the cards here. So next we have the Star reverse coming out. Okay, so I'm definitely getting, if you are here in this reading, and it's interesting because we had the, that's so cute and beautiful. You know, in the beginning we had the alien and the UFO symbolism coming through. I just tapped into just now, you know, you are, if you're here in this reading, a star life path. You know, some people have like Emperor life paths, Empress life paths, star life paths. Like there's various life paths, and you're the star life path. Okay, and just for quick reference, in case that's like new to you, is they these life paths embody the qualities of those figures. So like, you know, the Empress is like nurturing and fertile, and the star is like creative, imaginative, spiritual is a key word that's sticking out to me on that card. Helpful, faithful in the future, for the future. Yeah, like all the qualities of the Star card. Okay, so let's just go over them and just see, like, you know, let those stick to you how they do. But the Star card deals with hope, recognition, inspiration, creativity, calm, contentment, renewal, serenity, spirituality, positivity, faith, healing, rejuvenation, tranquility, enjoyment, faith in the future, happiness, promise, and help. So you may feel like, you know, you're destined for a helping role, a role in the spotlight, a role where, you know, you're in the position to help many. And in this situation, though, you were facing hopelessness, despair, and it was causing you to focus on the negative. It was really hard for you. It took a lot of energy. And I'm just seeing your star sort of like fall a little bit more in the sky, like the more and more you had to hold on to, like, the despair. And you had like lack of faith, lack of inspiration, lack of creativity, boredom, and monotony. You could have been facing a number of those things, one of those things, or all of them. And it would have taken a lot of time, you know. I'm getting the image, I'm just hearing supernova in my head, and I just saw like the Big Bang and as well, and it's like you had to, like, Phoenix Rising is a speck of sand, you know, compared to like the internal explosion you ignited within yourself, because this was so deep of a state of despair that you had to crawl out of. So I'm just like literally getting like supernova. Phoenix rising from the ashes does no justice to like what it is that you rose from, because what you rose from, fire, is, you know, it's nothing compared to the explosion that you ignited within yourself. And you may have faced in this scenario disappointment, sorrow. Focusing on the negative is something that, you know, these would have been energies that would have been, you know, aiming to possess you at this time, because there was loss. Okay? You would have had time to think about what went wrong and been sad about it. There was a lot of pain. Okay? And someone during this time, you or the other party, was dealing with guilt and remorse and regret. But you were dealing with letting go of the situation, okay? Because there's perspective that you were gained. It was like a difficult perspective to gain. Okay? One where you learn from your mistakes. But what's on the other end of this? Okay, and I just want to push all this to the side, because honestly, this has left you. I can tell you that with confidence, and that's exciting, because I can feel, you know, this almost feels, you have a very like cosmic quality to your reading, and this space that you're leaving behind feels like a black hole. And I just heard Void, and I'm hearing Melanie Martinez's song Void. But what you're moving into actually is a Wheel of Fortune era. Okay, my apologies, you all. I was receiving a download at that time. You are entering an era of good luck, destiny, chance, karma, soulmates, okay? Decisive moments, cycles of life and fate coming around, fortune coming in, okay? It's also a time, though, of upheaval. And this card ends on, you cannot step into the same river twice. That came up in a reading I did on my channel, on my other channel, just yesterday actually, but it's not posted yet. I forget which pile it is, but anyways, you know, this is reminding me of the conversation I had with a friend about a difficult time that they're dealing with, and the only thing that their situation is calling for them to do, I told them, is to have patience. But the thing is about their moment is, it's almost like it's loaded with gunpowder, and it's like if they were to react at any time, I'm just hearing like they could shoot themselves in the foot. And I'm picking that up a little bit here in this scenario, okay, because the next card that we have come out is Six of Pentacles reversed, okay, and this card deals with generosity, but it's reversed here. Okay, so you're being asked by Spirit to pay mind to unpaid bills, money problems, bad debts. Don't be greedy at this time. Do not be selfish. Don't be stingy or a miser. And do not bite the hand that feeds you. Okay, and this may come back to this person of power that's in your life kind of blocking this page from fully turning. Okay, I'm just hearing there are powers that be. There are powers that be. Okay, so just really the only thing that you need to focus on is that you are the magician in this moment, okay? And you are also the fool, okay? Especially, that's confirmation with this one here. And also, just what a beautiful, oh wow. And if you guys didn't hear that, a car drives by that sounds kind of to me like a cough, honestly. And this is the throat chakra, and I'm telling you, you know, one of the things that it took for you to turn this page and get to the point of turning this page in the first place was ascending through your throat chakra, getting to the point where you could speak up for yourself. Okay. This card reads, I have all the resources I need, inner and outer. So, you know, and I lay it on top of, you're in a moment of good luck. You've been through a lot, okay, so don't let that change you, is really all this last card about, like, unpaid bills. Okay, the one thing I want to say about that card is, like, the one thing that was coming to me, don't create debt right now. And if you're able to save money, that's exceptional. Spirit is saying that's exceptional, but just focus on not creating debt, okay, because you could get yourself in a sticky situation creating debt, and you want to keep yourself actually, like, free and open. So keep all things flowing, even your money, okay? Don't create debt. Don't chain yourself to anything, is really what that card's making an appearance for. Okay, but coming back to this magician, which is what you are, who you are, and where you're at right now, okay? You're in a new beginning. You can rest knowing, you can rest comfortably knowing that you have all you need, okay? Let's breathe in together. Let's breathe in together through the nose and hold it at the top here for 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's breathe out for longer than we inhaled. Okay. You're in a moment of creativity, action, power, manifestation, skill, magic, work. You're probably self-employed. You know, and what's interesting is this card here reads a smooth talker having the gift of the gab. Okay, it's like maybe using your voice and speaking, or even in like a written sense, possibly, maybe even in a lyrical sense, okay? Like any way that language comes about, but speaking and getting your word across. That's where you're at, it's where you're going, and it's what you needed to like break open and access to get here. And you're still moving into it. This moment you are tapping into and expressing and directing your will and your willpower, your creative visions, and you are manifesting your desires. You're creating the world that you want. Your angels and your ancestors want me to let you know that they are with you. They are with you. They literally came to me to tell you that. Okay, so we rolled some dice here. We get Saturn, the number 2, which is beautiful. 2 is my number right now. Okay, 222, 2222, 22. And we, and confirmation on that. And we have, I believe this is actually Pisces. Let me double check that real fast. It's Cancer. You know, I always get Pisces confused for other signs, and what's really funny about that is it's actually the first like other symbol sign that I learned. So I don't know, it's like a funny thing in my life. But what is so lovely about Saturn making an appearance again is that the body part associated, I lost it. Okay, so the body parts associated with Saturn are bones, knees, joints, teeth, skin, connective tissues, and aging processes. And if you remember earlier, we talked about maturing. Okay, something is maturing here, and it could be you, it could be a lifestyle, it could be a relationship, it could be a pattern, a habit, a commitment. Something is maturing though. And the something that is related to Saturn is lead. And I just learned recently that lead is like it has to do it's associated with the moon and femininity, and there's so much cool like spiritual properties to lead. Like I think it's worthy of looking into if you are here in this reading. But other things associated with Saturn though are clocks, chains, rocks and scaffolding, mountains, fossils, contracts, keys. And the shadow side of this though is restriction, fear, control issues, coldness. These are things that you could be, sort of fighting off in these, energies that you may be fighting off. Demons that you're fighting right now. Also, with Saturn, the signs associated with it are Aquarius and Capricorn. Okay, so you may have to be, just very pointedly, rebellious, innovative, and working hard right now. And just deepening this message even further, we have, Cancer come out, which deals with the moon again, in the 4th house. So, the moon in this is a very spiritual process for you for sure. You are elevating through difficulty at this moment. You may be sleeping a lot, or your sleep may be irregular. You may have goals around sleep, or something, your sleep may be affected right now. And you may desire to, if you're not already, to be more active at night, utilizing your nighttime essentially. One thing that Spirit is wanting me to assert to those who are here is, if you don't have any, and even if you do and there aren't many in number, increase your self-care rituals. your self-love practices. And I pulled a crystal intuitively for you guys, and we have Amazonite. And this crystal heals. It inspires truth, sincerity, self-love, communication, eloquence. Okay, that's important for you right now. As we talked about, like ascending through your throat chakra is sort of like a leg of your mission right now. It also brings integrity, trust, honor, clairvoyance, clarity, prophecy, and psychic vision. The chakras to do with Amazonite are heart and throat, and the zodiac sign is Virgo. And when I think of Virgo, I think of like the archetypal virgin. Okay, so you may be purifying yourself in various different areas of your life. Like you may be doing it through diet or through entertainment, like choosing more higher vibrational content, for example. But purifying things in your life may be another leg of your mission. The vibration of Amazonite is of number 5. Okay, so this is of change. This is that turning of the page. And the planet is Uranus. So let's look into Uranus a little bit more. So this Amazonite is truly just further confirmation on your reading, because Uranus deals with Aquarius, okay, which we've talked about, and the 11th house. And what's funny is I wrote on my page when I go to Uranus that it deals with Amazonite. It's the only crystal I have written down. The body parts, though, that this crystal deals with are ankles, nervous system, electricity in the body, and circulation. So you may have done practices to circulate like energy in your body, blood in your body, breath in your body, or you need to. And this situation may have like dysregulated your nervous system, and you're re-regulating it. And the people that this Uranus deals with is inventors, rebels, scientists, astrologers, and that's coming back to the stars, you know? That's you. You are the star. Revolutionaries, eccentrics, and tech wizards. The things to do with Uranus are lightning, computers, telescopes, satellites, shocks, windmills, blueprints, lab coats, neon lights, quartz. And I'm getting the download right now that technology may be like hyper vigilant technology may be like a hyper vigilant component in like manifesting your desires, creating your reality. Alright, you guys. We are getting some messages from my fishbowl, which I love because honestly in this reading it's reminding me of an astronaut helmet. The first message to come out of it from Spirit for you guys though is key is in your palm. Okay, and this is bringing me back to this message on the Magician. I have all the resources I need, inner and outer. You guys, this is insane. The next messages that we pull out are barn, 777. I'm still confused at this point, so I'm like, I'm just receiving the information, but I'm like, okay, let's keep pushing this together. And then we get World Explorer. But when I get this, it clicks with me. In the very beginning, we had the cow being beamed up to the UFO. This is your jackpot. Okay, you going through these motions and continuing to stay committed to yourself is your jackpot. Okay, I'm getting full body cold chills as I say that. Let's get one more last message from Spirit and send you on your way, my little stars. Guys, so bottom of the deck, this is the underlying energy, okay? We have Queen of Cups. Let me get that more in your sight. Nurturing. Okay, and this is the third eye chakra, I believe, but let me confirm that real fast. Yes, third eye chakra, motto being I see. So this card The underlying energy here is a choice based on sincere feelings. You know, this is something you're using your imagination for and you're dreaming of. You might have occult interest in relation to it, or are navigating it in use of occult interest. But it's calling upon you to connect to your dreams, your deepest feelings, your empathy, and your inner mother. Your inner mother. That's so beautiful. Ooh. So you may be like remothering yourself in this moment. You may be refathering yourself in this moment or the moments after. But your inner mother, I'm getting at this moment, is playing a significant role. And if not your inner mother, then literally your mother. And if not your biological mother, then your maid mother. But these two cards fell on the floor, our final message from Spirit. So let me get those for us and we will read them to you. Alright, you guys, the final message from God, because I asked, okay, is return to your roots. Your roots, I'm hearing. No one else's. Return to your heart. Return to your roots. And what's interesting is return to your roots, connecting to your heart, and then we have 10 of Swords over here, and you're returning to your roots because there's been an ending, okay? But what's this over here? Your root chakra. Okay, something that was like your root is no longer your root. It was made into your root, but now you're returning to what is rightfully yours. Okay, and what is rightfully yours is innocence, youthfulness, playfulness, nostalgia. You're having a reunion with self. And simplicity is key, relaxation is key, but not just like lounging per se. Relaxing into your play is what I mean. Alright, well, I wish you stars well. I cannot wait to speak to you again. If this message resonates, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you watched all the way to the end, drop a star emoji in the comments below. And subscribe if you want to stay on this journey with me. I'd like to thank you though for being here, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!